Hello and welcome. My name is Manuel Quintana with Pragmatic Works, and in collaboration with MAQ Software, we're bringing you today's video about their amazing custom visual known as the KPI Grid. And we're going to dive into Power BI so we can actually see all the wonderful options at our disposal. So here we are looking at the KPI Grid from MAQ Software, and we can see that it's really meant for displaying just data in grid or tabular formats, very similar to what we'd use a table or matrix. But we also get the added effect of having trend indicators and status with each metric value. And we can see the trending by these little arrows. And we're going to see, of course, we can have it an increase or decrease. This is all about having the right metrics mapped here to show, in this case, sales as compared to our previous year's sales. Now, there are some small specifics that you need to do in order to get this visual to display this way. And of course, we're going to be covering that. But it's important to take in a couple key little facets. We have, of course, our tooltip when we hover over our metric. When we hover over the actual indicator here, you get that difference between the two measures. Also, you may take note that we have over here on the left-hand side, a hierarchy. Here that's organized with this category data, and I'm displaying it at its highest level, all the way summarized, but we can expand this just like you would. And it does support persistent hierarchies when the report is actually deployed. If any other user were to reopen it, it'll be displayed in this way. So let's say maybe I wanted to expand just all the regions. I definitely could do that. And the next user, this is what they would experience. As well as persistent hierarchies, we do have the capability and control. If I keep expanding this, let's just do a couple more. When we have this scrolling element, there's going to be a persistent header, and we're in direct control of the width of this. So if we wanted to increase this, for instance, in a moment when we increase the text size, we might need to, so we can see the full display of this header. We're in complete control of it. Now, a couple specifics in regards to the field well, in regards to the actual indicator here, you can see, of course, category data is what's controlling what we have at our disposal for the actual, over here, the hierarchy. And we have our measure data. Now, that's what's being displayed at the top naturally. Now, what's going to create this indicator here, all right, showing this trend is at this very bottom piece, this one here that's called measure KPIs. Very, very important and critical, and that's how you can really take advantage of this visual. And notice that all of mine are named the same as our measure, except there is a prefix here called PREV underscore, so prev underscore. That is required, but you are in control. If for some reason you don't like this naming convention, you can change it, and we'll look at that here in a moment. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other formatting options at our disposal. If we go into the format well, you can see for header settings as well as label settings, these are very standard. We can control the color as well as the size, just making things look a little bit better, let's say. And we can do the same thing for the label. Also under the label here though, we do have additional options. Also notice that my header is not being fully displayed, so I can go here and just expand that to where it fits. But then we have this option for the column gap. So if you wanted to display just some noticeable gaps in between those various measures, we can. And this is effectively done almost in like an ordinal positioning. So if I hit 1, basically my gaps will begin at that first position. If I hit 2, it will begin at the second, so on and so forth. So if you do need to set this up, specifically if we did 1 and you wanted to change this order, that's going to be handled in the standard method where in the fields, you just choose what the order is here. Moving beyond the label settings, of course, we have the total option, the total line at the bottom, which we can go ahead and increase that size once again to make it more visible. And if we wanted, we can highlight it with any sort of specific coloring. And lastly, we do have this prefix settings. This is where you can indicate what prefix you're going to have for your previous amounts compared to your metrics versus your previous metrics. You would just have to specify that here. So whatever you define, that's what you need to use in the naming convention of those respective measures that you're going to be placing here in the measure KPIs. And with that set and in place, you can take full advantage of this KPI grid by MAQ Software. We hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions about this visual or need a similar business solution, feel free to contact MAQ Software at sales@maqsoftware.com. As well, for any of your Power BI training needs, be sure to reach out to us at Pragmatic Works by emailing us at training@pragmaticworks.com.